The Redmi Note 8 Pro has established itself in the sub 15,000 rupee segment with its base variant. Now, it also has higher variants that are priced around the 20,000 rupee mark. The Oppo F15 is its latest competitor, and this does command a premium over the Redmi Note 8 Pro. But is it worth that premium? Well, we put these two smartphones in a head-to-head to find out. Before we go ahead with a comparison of the Redmi Note 8 Pro and the Oppo F15, be sure to subscribe to the Gadgets 360 YouTube channel and click that bell icon so that you're the first to know when we have a new video. Redmi Note 8 Pro has a premium look and feel because it has Corning Gorilla Glass 5 at the front and the back. However, we have to admit that the Redmi Note 8 Pro is a thick smartphone and it might not appeal to everyone. The Oppo F15 also has Corning Gorilla Glass 5 at the front but has a laminated back. While this helps the phone look great, it doesn't feel premium. The Oppo F15 is thin and light, which is an advantage. The button placement on the Oppo F15 is a lot better. It also has the edge with the in-display fingerprint scanner, whereas the Redmi Note 8 Pro sports a traditional fingerprint reader on the back. The Redmi Note 8 Pro sports an IR blaster, which is quite handy. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 8 Pro sports the MediaTek Helio G90T SoC. Here are the specs and the prices of the three variants. The Oppo F15 on the other hand is powered by a MediaTek Helio P70 SoC, which is very underpowered for the price. The smartphone is available in only one variant. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 8 Pro sports the bigger display here, measuring 6.53 inches, while the Oppo F15 sports a 6.4-inch display with thin bezels all around. The Oppo F15 packs in an AMOLED panel, while the Xiaomi Redmi Note 8 Pro has an HDR LCD display. The Oppo F15 runs ColorOS 6.1.2, whereas the Redmi Note 8 Pro runs MIUI 11, both on top of Android 9 Pie. And we preferred ColorOS because it was less intrusive in terms of notification spam and because it did not have ads. When it comes to regular use, both smartphones deliver smooth performance without any lag or stutter. We played PUBG Mobile on both these smartphones and it was evident that the Redmi Note 8 Pro had the edge as it defaulted to the high settings compared to the medium settings opted by Oppo. The F15 ran fine without any issues, while the Redmi Note 8 Pro did get warmed to the touch after gaming for a while. In our HD video loop test, the Redmi Note 8 Pro managed to go on for 14 hours, while the Oppo F15 managed 14 hours and 48 minutes. This is surprising, since the Oppo F15 has a smaller battery. In real-world usage, both smartphones' battery will last about one full day. For charging, the Oppo F15 has an advantage thanks to a smaller battery and a faster charger. It managed to charge to 88% in an hour. The Redmi Note 8 Pro managed to charge up to 62% in an hour. Both the Oppo F15 and the Redmi Note 8 Pro sport quad camera setups, but the configuration is different. Here are the camera specifications for both smartphones. While shooting in daylight, both phones were capable of metering light correctly, but the Redmi Note 8 Pro delivered a more accurate result. While clicking close-ups, we did notice that the Redmi Note 8 Pro had trouble locking focus. You will need to check for focus while shooting with the Redmi Note 8 Pro, whereas the Oppo F15 could manage it on its own. The results, however, are in favor of the Redmi Note 8 Pro as it managed to capture better details than the Oppo F15. For macros, the Oppo F15 uses its wide-angle camera, which helps it deliver a higher resolution image with better details. The Redmi Note 8 Pro with its 2-megapixel dedicated macro camera here is no match for the Oppo F15. For portrait shots, both phones manage edge detection quite well, but the Oppo F15 managed the color tone better than the Redmi Note 8 Pro. Both phones metered light correctly while clicking selfies. With beautification enabled, we noticed that the Oppo was a little aggressive with the beautification, but you can dial it down while taking a shot. The Redmi Note 8 Pro, on the other hand, sharpens the image a bit too much. With beautification turned off, it was the Oppo F15 that produced the better selfies. In low light, the Redmi Note 8 Pro was aggressive with the sharpening again, causing edges of objects to look jagged. The Oppo F15 fared better than the Redmi Note 8 Pro in low light. The Redmi Note 8 Pro managed to capture better details than the Oppo F15. For macros, the Oppo F15 uses its wide-angle camera, which helps it deliver a higher resolution image with better details. The Oppo F15 fared better than the Redmi Note 8 Pro in low light. With the night mode enabled, both phones managed a brighter image, but the Redmi Note 8 Pro managed to capture better details here, but at the cost of some artifacts in the output. Video recording maxes out at 4K on the Redmi Note 8 Pro, while the Oppo F15 is restricted to 1080p. There is stabilization available on both these devices, but the Oppo F15 metered light better than the Redmi Note 8 Pro. However, the lack of 4K video recording on the Oppo F15 is a shocking omission at that price. At 19,999 rupees, the Oppo F15 costs 2,000 rupees more than a similarly spec'd Redmi Note 8 Pro. That's not all. The MediaTek Helio P70 SoC powering the Oppo F15 cannot keep up with the Helio G90T in the Redmi Note 8 Pro. The Oppo F15 is stylish, easy to carry, and does offer better battery life. It also offers better camera performance in terms of macros and selfies. If that is what you are looking for, the Oppo F15 is the one to go for. But the Redmi Note 8 Pro does everything else better, and it is a no-brainer here. So which one would you pick? Let us know in the comment section down below. And as always, for all things tech, stay tuned to gadgets360.com.